So you didn't even hear when he
No,
broke the window,
no.
and you were right there,
Yeah,
dude.
I didn't hear shit. Again, I'm always promoting next door, but the reason I like
Yeah, you do.
I like using next door is because a lot of people post stuff like, "Hey, my car got broken into last night," and sometimes they have video of the person stealing
Right.
or breaking into their car or stealing something from their house, and you can at least and sometimes this can happen in your own little neighborhood or in the same city or maybe even a couple miles away, but at least you're aware.
Yeah, like a thing that I know I saw. It wasn't on. I found out through a friend that looked at Nextdoor, which wasn't you, another friend.
Okay.
But there was actually you catch a little trend because they were stealing catalytic converters.
That's literally a video I saw this morning.
So this has been something that has been happening to a lot of the hybrids. So he has a Prius.
Maybe I saw your friend's video.
No, he's all the way up by Del Mar or
no.
those areas. But he saw the neighbor going outside and because somebody had stolen her catalytic converter, and she, they were talking, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they stole from my Prius. Just watch out."
Yeah.
I think somehow it ended up in Nextdoor, and then I look at Nextdoor, and like around this area, there's it was like the same thing. Like it was happening in a lot of places. I don't know if they were short on catalytic converters, and they're just trying to make a buck out of every Prius because now they know how to get them fast.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that is a trend that's going on. Like literally the video that I saw this morning was I guess a gang. It's like 3 dudes rolling around in a Honda Civic.
Oh, they got video.
Yeah, there's video.
Oh, nice.
Of it's probably in an area maybe like 5 miles away from here. So it's not like super close, but close enough that 5 miles away driving, like anyone can and anyways, it's a video of like 3 dudes like roll up. This happened last Sunday at 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like what the person that posted said. Sunday at 3 a.m., 3 dudes show up in a Honda, like in a recent model Honda Civic, hatchback, gray. They just like pull up. They, get off the car with a freaking...
Are they even pretending? Or like on the video...
They look super suspicious. Like
sketch as fuck.
Yeah, sketch as fuck. Like one of the dudes is just like looking around, just kind of like being the spotter.
So you got the lookout.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other 2 dudes are, the ones actually doing the stealing.
Yeah.
But they do it. It takes them like 3 minutes, I think. But
shit, that is fast.
Yeah, it's fast. And
do you remember the car that they would steal? Was it a Prius?
It's a Prius.
Yeah, because he was telling me that it's the way. The way they assemble. So his dad put like a metal plate on his Prius, so that way they wouldn't I don't think it was for them to prevent them from stealing it because they didn't know it was a thing. I think it was just to kind of protect it a little bit more.
That's what I'm saying. Like I like going in the Nextdoor app and just kind of like looking for stuff like that. Now that I wish there wasn't any posts of that. There wasn't any stealing.
Yeah,
but
it does happen
when I come across one of those posts. I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't be. I'll probably won't leave my car outside just in case. I'll put it in the garage or like little things like I won't, or like all kinds of videos. And not only, and this is like all over the area. It's not even like like
specific
my area is problematic, which it is. Yeah. But like you see like even people stealing Amazon packages all over town.
The truth is that it could happen anywhere.
Yeah,
it's not really based on your zip code or anything. It's like you're saying, people can drive 5 miles. I can drive all the way to Carlsbad if I really wanted to.
And do something.
Yeah. So it's just for the cars. The thing is, because I've seen it where I've seen people try to open doors of cars, but you don't know if they actually forgot their keys. And you don't have you don't go to them like, hey, what are you doing? You know, it's
Yeah.
because they make it seem as if, oh, you know, they can just lie to you and be like, oh yeah, forgot my keys inside the car.
Or yeah, exactly.
Because I've actually opened my car too, because I've left the keys inside and I've opened my own doors. But nobody ever stops and questions like
force your like the door of your car.
Oh yeah, it's super easy.
Yeah.
All you need is a like the thing that takes your pressure, the little pump. You can slip that in and let it inflate, and it's gonna open the door little by little until a certain pressure.
No shit.
And then just slip a bar, and then you can just open the door.
Wow.
Especially if now all the doors are it's all like composite aluminum, so it's super bendable. It's not like those old doors that are like all steel and
right. It's kind of harder to
to pull.
Yeah.
So like I said, I did it for my old car a couple of times. I've done it for this car a handful of times. I forget my keys a lot inside the car, as you can tell.
And you just never learn and make a copy.
Exactly.
Like duplicate.
Okay, has anybody broken into your car? In your truck?
Yeah, someone broke into my truck. Not here in my house, right? I was in TJ actually, and they broke into my truck over there. That's the only instance I've.
What year is your truck?
2005.
Interesting.
It's a 2005 Tacoma. So yeah, I was in TJ. This was 5 years ago. I remember it was October of 2016. I was down there, and then I stopped by a taqueria, como just like on the street.
Yeah,
it was in like a formal establishment. You know what I mean? Like just like a taco cart,
taco
basically,
stand.
Like a stand, a taco stand on the street.
Yeah, we know what taqueria is, dude. Come on.
not taco stand. The establishment in San Diego.
Wait, there's a taco stand?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And La Jolla and downtown. And North Park. The one in North Park is, where Underbelly is? Mm-hmm. Like it's right next to it.
What is that, like Upas Street or 30th Street?
Yes, it's Upas, yeah.
Upas, yeah.
Yeah, it's like right on the corner. Yeah, 30th and
Are they good? That's a question.
They are. They actually are really good.
Sorry for the sidetrack, but I really need to get to know the taco.
It's really good. I've only had it once, and because they're expensive.
Yeah.
But they're good.
Okay.
I mean, you probably tacos are like $4 or $5.
Oh, okay. So expensive taco.
Yeah, hell yeah. But they're really good.
Okay, so sorry for the sidetrack. So, so you're in TJ.
I'm in
TJ,
October 2016. I'm in the Otay area of TJ. Stop by a taco stand. I'm probably there for like 20 minutes. And
so you're just there to eat, really?
Yeah, literally. I just park across the street. I'm literally eating the tacos like on the street. Probably
you're eating your taco, looking at the guy like, oh look, he's washing my cars.
Yeah. What are they doing? What a nice guy.
What a nice guy. He's putting air in my tires.
He even looks at me and gives me a thumbs up.
The oil is really good.
So yeah, I'm there. I'm probably like not even 100 feet away from my truck. Like I'm just eating, and that's it. I go back. I'm done eating. I go back to my truck, and then I open the door. On the driver's side, and I just noticed like glass, so shards, coming away. Freaking
yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? It took me like a second.
So you didn't realize that they had broken your window?
No. I even opened the door. I opened the door.
It was that clean, huh? You just
I just opened the door, and then I just see some pieces of glass falling on the floor, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then it kicked in, and Bianca was with me.
So you didn't even hear when he broke the window?
No.
And you were right there,
dude.
I
didn't hear shit. Fortunately, Bianca was carrying
her
wallet and with passport and all that shit.
Oh shit!
So literally, her purse was it wasn't empty. It only, and this is, I always get a kick out of it because I always said oh man, how lucky you were that the purse only had your makeup, and Bianca was like, oh my god,
my makeup.
Yeah. And she was like, yeah, how lucky, right?
Makeup is expensive, dude. If there's something that I've learned from marriage is that yes, makeup is expensive.
Yeah, it's like really expensive. But anyway, of course, also joking on her end because you know it would have been a nightmare to get your pass, really your credit cards, all that stuff. You just cancel it, whatever. Just get another one.
No,
but the thing would have been like the passport and all that. That's more of a headache.
Because usually, even for those tacos, if you haven't gone to TJ or Mexico overall, if you're not from that area, usually you have a dale dale, so a person that is kind of watching your car and helps you get in and out of the parking spot. So was there anybody like that around? Or
nah, this is not smaller? Even like that. There's no parking lot or anything. It's literally you just park on the street.
Gotcha.
And we did, so when we were eating, I did see like the cars that now, and in retrospect, I realized, okay, those fuckers were the ones that broke into my truck. I did see a car that parked in front of me. As I was eating, I saw a car arriving and parking in front of my truck. But of course, it's a street.
You were like, yeah, you're gonna go to
so whatever. Like and this is like the taco stand. It was like next to Boulevard Bellas Artes, so it's fucking noisy. It's a busy street. It's a busy street. So as I was, and plus there was also music and shit going on. Like. Music in the sense like the taco stand had like a radio and like a TV on or whatever.
Yeah, it's not a quiet neighborhood. Yeah,
it's kind of hard to. And plus, I'm sure their MO is to kind of like break into cars super quick. With not making a lot of noise. I don't know how the fuck they did it. But they did it. It was super quick. Like I said, we were in the taco stand for like 20 minutes. And that was
probably like the guys, took a quick look, saw the purse, goes like, okay, whatever's in there. It takes me a couple seconds to break the windshield and grab what I can.
And the part of the street where I had parked, so the driver's side was on the side of the sidewalk. So that's why they kind of like broke into, and it was kind of dark. So everything was like given
perfect scenario
to happen. Later on, I learned just through like some friends and stuff like that, kind of like know the area. They said that the same thing had happened to them in like it literally in that same block.
Maybe the taco stand guy is into it.
Maybe to be honest, I wouldn't even be. I wouldn't be surprised.
We're making shit up. Yeah, that's like tinfoil hat kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, that sucks, dude. I've gotten my car broken into twice back with my parents.
Okay,
this is a gated community. Mm-hmm. That community is close to a lot of people could refer to it as the ghetto area. Mm-hmm. But the community itself inside, at least, we knew like like the neighbors we know, and most of the neighbors. There's some sketchy ones, but for the most part, they're all good, decent people, normal people. And my car, I used to work at shifts at 4 a.m. because I used to work in the kitchen. So I leave my car parked. My car doesn't go inside the garage. I would always leave it outside in the house, like park on a spot designated for our house.
It's still within the gated community.
Within the gated community. And I would leave it there because at 4 a.m. when I wake up, I don't want to be opening the garage, waking the family up. It's just faster. And I never really kept any valuables in it. I thought I was pretty good at hiding or, not leaving anything visible. And plus it's gated, right? You're thinking, and there's lights. Like, it's not like your scenario where
shit always happens when you think nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't fucking tough luck. Yeah, no, it's man. And the worst thing is like this is the era where I had little to no money. So for me it happened that they didn't break a window, but if they would have broken a window, I would have been crying because I probably didn't have money to pay for that. But anyway, so they break into my car. Now, I think, and note that I've opened my own doors, so I know how easy they are to open. Either they open it the same way that I do, or I left the door open.
But it had to be like a dude that lived in the gated community, right? How the fuck did he get in?
Either that or he jumped the gate. Okay. The gate is...
There's no like
you can easily jump the gate.
Whatever.
We did, which... That's a whole... So they do have a guard, but we ended up firing the guard because he would never show up to the shift. That's part of the HOA, not so much us. We don't have money to hire.
Maybe it was him.
Probably. He was so pissed. He's like, screw you.
Fuck you. I know it was you.
It was me, the one who pulled the trigger on that. Well, dude, I was getting so pissed at the HOA people.
Oh, yeah, so then that's it. It was
No, but this was years after the fact. So actually, the way that came up during an HOA meeting, we're talking, and I usually would go represent my mom because my mom doesn't speak she speaks broken English. English. So I would go and I was like, okay, so what are we spending money, dude? The HOA was spending close to $12,000 a year to pay this one dude to patrol, quote unquote, the community. Now the community is at the most 20 houses in that little community. It's not a big community. So they're paying $12,000 for the guys. Nobody in the 10 years that they had been paying this dude, nobody even knew about the guy because he would probably just get in, drive through, and then leave.
Oh shit.
So how is that going to help you? You're paying a security that is going to be there for a couple of minutes to. It takes a second to freaking break into a car.
So $1,000 a month, $250 a week. The dude for
just a drive,
just driving
at
once
night,
a day.
Once a day. Not worth it.
Where
do I sign? So anyway, so that they fired him, but they broke into my car. The first time they broke into my car, I think that was the one that hurt the most.
So you just walk to your car, like getting ready to go to.
Okay, so I would
work, and like,
this is how little money I had, but I was carpooling with a friend. He would pick me up at my place, so we would take turns, right? So sometimes we would take, I would go pick him up, or he would pick me up. But it so happened that he's texting me like, "Hey, I'm on my way," so I knew that he was gonna be home like in 5 minutes or whatever. I step out, and usually, since I'm leaving at 3 or 4 in the morning, it's really cold, so I would keep a jacket on the trunk of my car. Just in case it feels cold, I would just grab it and go. I would always carry my car keys because they're also for the house. So I go to my car, and the first thing I notice is that my door is open. Not completely open, like but like I don't know if they rushed out and they just kind of left it open. But yeah, I just basically grabbed it from the side. I didn't even have to put the handle, and it was open. In my mind, I was like, did I leave it open? And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I didn't. And that's where you start kind of going back through your steps and go like, what did I do? Now that night in particular, so think about this. That night I had a ride from studying in a friend's house at midnight.
Do you remember what were you studying?
It must have been one of the calc classes.
So you only slept like 2 hours.
I slept like 3 hours. Yeah. I want to say I slept like 3 hours or even less because the time, to get ready. That one pissed me off because they didn't steal. They didn't steal anything of value. What they stole was, how some cars have that little tray where you put some spare coins?
Oh, yeah.
It's just to put coins. So they ripped that apart. I would have understood if the guy would have opened it and stolen any money that was there, right? To be honest, it was at the most like $1. But no, the guy or the gal that decided to break into my car pulls the whole tray because I'm guessing they're in a rush. Pulls that whole tray, pulls the wires, because there's like a light that it's on that tray and, cables, rips the wires off, and that's everything he steals from the car. The freaking coin tray. The little coin tray is more expensive than the freaking money that it was holding. I looked it up to replace it. It was going to be like $40. And I was like, I don't even put $40 in there. So I never got it replaced. You can go to my car right now. It's still the wires are sticking out. And, because it's kind of pointless. So that was the first. So that one just got me pissed because it was like the dude didn't steal anything. I mean, I never had anything in my car either way. The second time, my wife had given me a Bluetooth, like, hands-free kind of speaker that you would put on top of your car. And also my cousin had gifted me it was like a hand down, a really nice Nike like winter jacket that I would use a lot for snowboarding because it was really good. So it was an expensive jacket that's the one that I kept in the trunk like usually all the time. And anyways, and so I had that, had some, I think I think I had some shoes because I would change shoes from my work shoes to like normal civilian shoes, and a couple of things that I had in the trunk. So that time when they broke in, not only did they steal the new hands,
same place though,
same
like
place
from the
same
in front of your
place.
house, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
They stole that. They stole the jacket. This time they actually took their time, opened the trunk, got all that stuff out. And
that's
one,
the worst when those fuckers just take their time,
they just
their
take everything.
time, and take everything they can.
This one was funny because my friend was also picking me up, because we were gonna go to work at 4, and he's the one that noticed. So like, oh, dude, you left the lights on your car.
Oh,
The inside light was on. I was like, fuck, no, I did. I didn't leave any light on, but it was because the door is open.
Damn.
So, this is the other hard truth that I found out. I told the cops and I tried to put a report because it was for me that was like maybe $300-$400, worth of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I called the cops and go like, hey, they just broke into my car. They came, they took the report. I called into work to let them know that I was gonna be late. So I missed money, from making the report. And they go like, well, it's less than $3,000. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, why are you asking that question? I was already telling the guys like, can you guys like take fingerprints or some shit?
Look it up in the semen database or something.
Oh, hopefully there's no semen. That would make it worse.
But maybe you would have been able to,
guess.
to get the bad guys. They're out there just ejaculating all over the place.
So that's why the steering wheel was sticky. No, but dude, you can file a police report. They won't follow anything, at least not in this area, unless it goes above $3,000.
I think, and that's because anything under $3,000, you can get it covered with your insurance, right? I think that's the logic.
Unless you have, I didn't have full coverage.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if you have a full cover on your car, but I know my wife, when we bought her car new, you had to get full coverage on that car. But my car, I could barely afford
it.
You
just get like whatever bare bones of the insurance. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but
I kind of have the same thing with my truck.
I actually thought it was more like they wouldn't follow anything below $3,000 because it's not worth the police officer's time and the investigator's time. And even if it was $3,000, I doubt they're gonna be checking for semen samples and DNA and stuff like that. It's just $3,000. The test alone is probably more expensive.
Yeah, that kind of like pisses me off. Like, I understand it, it doesn't piss me off. Okay, I'm not mad at the officers.
I am.
They're I guess they're doing their job, but I'm just mad at the kind of like the policing system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I feel like I don't give a fuck. Like, it's not about the value of the things that was stolen. It's the fact that someone fucking
broke into my car.
Someone is out there stealing and shit.
Yeah.
Like that. It doesn't matter if they stole a fucking pack of gum, a fucking juicy fruit or whatever. They shouldn't be stealing out there.
Yeah.
One day they're breaking into your car. Next day they're breaking into your house.
Well, they actually did break into the house.
And that's why I think it doesn't fucking matter. Like, if it's less than $3,000, like, give me I don't care. Like, they should be out there like trying to get these people.
Yeah, and it's funny because they always give their art, because this is also just the fact that you're mentioning all this is making me remember what happened. They had the audacity to ask me, well, did you leave anything, kind of like your purse situation, where did you leave anything visible in the car? And I was like, no. Where your door's locked? And I was like, I think so. Was it parked on the street?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, it's a gated community, so no. And they're like, well, and then that's when they asked, was it more than $3,000? And I was like, no. Oh, well, we can't do much about it, but we can go on.
It was your fault, basically.
Yeah, at that point, I feel like not only did I lose time from work, but now I'm getting scolded for.
They arrest you.
Like, what would it matter if my item would have been like visible? Are you the fact that it was less than $3,000, you wouldn't have followed. It's like, why would you even
Right.
ask those questions?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean,
It does. Yeah, at that point, it doesn't matter. Just okay. And then for some people, at least for me, then those $400 were almost $3,000 to the
Right.
like $400 could be a lot of money for some people that are just making minimum wage. So $3,000, I would not at that point. I wouldn't even have that on my bank account, or I would never see that kind of money. So
Right.
for me, I was like, dude, you know that we're in that house where my mom is. Like I was saying, like people consider like the ghetto, but it's because there's some low income communities around that area, or there's like it's kind of densified, or it has some history there too. But dude, I mean, you should make it relative to where the people are stealing from too, right? Because I mean, it's not going to be the same if if we go to the expensive areas and somebody goes like, oh, they stole $3,000. $3,000 is a lot regardless, but they may cope better with the loss of $3,000. But $3,000 on somebody that is making minimum wage, that's
a good point.
That's a lot of dough.
That's a good point.
Leo running for president, or at least governor. We'll see. Dude,
You should have been in the freaking recall.
so okay, so for the people following California, we just went. Oh, you may want to. I'll go grab it. Hold on. We won't show names, but there is some funny ones. We were just talking about this. Not that this was actually not intended to go on the episode, but
Right.
I was showing Jona the whole. The people that are running for California re-election because they're trying to by they I mean like they're trying to re-elect the governor. So we stumbled upon a couple of people that just put whatever sentence to run for governor. So we're looking at a page. So this is somebody there's no party reference of to be called, but he's running.
And this dude is like, he didn't even bother to put in a complete sentence. It's literally 2 words. And I guess 1 word and the other thing is a letter. Like, it's not even a complete sentence.
The guy wrote literally "love you" as his running statement, but the "u" is not even spelled out. It's like a text "u", just like the letter "u".
Literally the letter U.
Okay, so just to describe, this dude has, he's running for the Green Party, and this guy has like stoner glasses.
He totally looks like Dr. Octopus. He's like, hello, Peter.
He does. And maybe he had a little green, if you know what I mean, too. So this guy, his statement is, can you dig it? Like, so this guy's running for governor.
Oh, my God.
So I guess if these people are running for governor, then, maybe I have a chance. There's also apparently, we don't know, we have to confirm, but apparently there's a porn star here, too. So
that reminds me of, like, Parks and Rec.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're not running for governor, but like for congressman and congresswoman or whatever, there's like a porn star running for it against like Leslie.
They actually put the porn.
Yeah.
I remember the guy from Sweetums, the son or whatever, he was running for governor.
Right. Yeah. Bobby Newport. Yeah, it's Bobby Newport, Leslie, and then the porn star. Her name is like something Max or I don't know.
Yeah, some porn star.
Yeah, but it's a porn star. Yeah, but like Max with triple X or whatever.
You got me sidetracked. Now I'm thinking Parks and Recs. Yeah, he's like the Sweetums guy. He had a slogan too. If you can't sweet him,
if you can't beat him,
sweet him.
That's very good.
That guy, that's a better statement than love you.
Yeah. So I mean, at this point, I guess like anyone can say anything. If that's it, oh my god.
How do these people even make it into the ballot?
Can you dig it? And then the other said like Queen of Billboards, the porn star girl.
But I mean, how can? Okay, we're in 2021. I mean, we're talking about cars are still getting broken into, but this is something so official. Like, how do they even?
Yeah.
This is a joke.
Balls, dude.
This is a joke. Well, somebody has ovaries,
just
but
to do that.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, dude. And they look so. They actually look like on their pictures. This
guy looks like a decent guy.
Yeah, the porn star looks like a bathroom picture with like a duck face of sorts.
Like I can totally picture, I can see this with like a 1-800 number like below, like one of those apps.
Well, actually,
like the ones you get, or like the ones you get in Vegas and shit.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
come with
and
like a phone number or whatever.
And then they put all their information too. Like, so they even put like a YouTube account, Twitter. I mean, I guess it's a thing. Instagram. Well, yeah, it's the ballot.
Yeah, they made it into a ballot. That's crazy.
I'm running for governor, and my
chance, right?
Huh?
Yeah, I think you still have a chance. Well, I mean, the recall election.
Well, what do you mean by chance? You remind me of the Dumb and Dumber meme.
You still have a chance to make it to the ballot. I don't know about winning, but to make it to the ballot for next year's election.
Maybe. Yeah, for next year.
In November 2022. There's another election.
Yeah, but not for the recall.
Not for the recall, but for governor again.
No, which I just I'm not into politics, but I did hear the rules for a recall are actually different from your standard election, and that's why you see more random people on the recall ballots.
I see. Okay,
but anyway, I mean,
you can always write someone in.
Oh yeah, that's true. It wasn't that Kanye West was doing that at some point.
No, I think it was,
or was it
more
Kim
than
Kardashian?
a write-in. I think he was like actually like this, like he was.
He was official
in the ballot. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Did you know what's his name? Meet Kevin.
Oh, that's right.
Meet Kevin. I think he's in the ballot actually.
That's right. I didn't know until yesterday, actually. Like, during the election, I was like, "What the fuck, Meet Kevin?"
Yeah, so
I guess I just don't know his real name.
Yeah.
Well, I know
he's a small-time YouTuber compared to us.
Yeah, I mean, we should be there. But yeah, I didn't realize that he was running for it. I thought it was kind of crazy. But
well, even on his channel, on his YouTube channel, he has been kind of the last couple of episodes that he kind of
about that. Yeah.
Not deviated from his usual, topics because he deals with stocks and stuff. But yeah, he pushed a couple of episodes of him running a campaign for governor.
It doesn't surprise me. Well, no, it does.
That's even better than this.
He's running.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Better than Love You.
There's nothing better than Love You.
I guess. True.